Just so you guys know, I am recovering from a cold. I am dying. I have like fucking vapor rubbed all over my fucking chest, and you know what? I might have put a little bit under my nose. You're not meant to do that, but I've needed to do it. So if I sound a bit funny, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best, I promise. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just learnt our 9-year-old did an experiment on us. Lost a tooth, told no one for 3 days, kept tooth under his pillow. No money. Then he tells us he lost his tooth. Next night, there is money under his pillow. Then confronted us with his scientific evidence that the tooth fairy isn't real. Science 100. I'm sorry if you didn't know that the tooth fairy is fake. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. I went to lunch with friends and saw my husband at the restaurant. I was going to say his name, but he was staring at his phone, so I watched him. He was smiling. He typed. Then my phone dinged, and it was a video he forwarded me of a dog wrestling a water hose. This is love. Just found out my husband fills the dog's water dish, not from the tap, but from the fridge's water purifier feature. She'll do the same for me, he said. I mean, dogs are that sweet and innocent that, they would do the same. They would give you the best. Because that's all dogs want. They just want to give you the best. Because dogs are great! My dad's name is Aaron, so when I was little and he said he was going to run some errands, I heard errands and figured that adults just call the chores they had to do by their own name. And to this day, I secretly think of my chores as Ellie's. My goal was to graduate before I reached 100 years of age. I made it with 33 years to spare. You are never too old to get an education or to graduate or to pursue your dreams. That is a really important message to hold with you through life. Don't feel restricted by your age. Swiss billionaire donated $1 billion to save the earth. Happiness noise. Men of Reddit, what makes you feel manly? Carrying my sister's kids, 2 nephews and a niece around. They always ask me to pick them up whenever I see them. So I started lifting weights a couple of years ago, just so that I could continue doing it as they got bigger. It worked out as I intended. I got a lot stronger, and now the boys are 9 years old, and I can still carry one under each arm. They love it since their mothers can't pick them up anymore, and their happiness makes me feel good too. When you see a baby crying in the bus and you make funny faces at her until she stops crying. This will be the end of war. Sunday I found a kitten at the zoo and brought it home. I was afraid that my parents would get mad at me, but I caught my father showing the family photos to the kitten. Not gonna lie, this is one of the cutest things I've ever seen. Be 11-year-old me. Minecraft 1.0 comes out. Want to get it. Mum doesn't get it to me at first. Feels bad, man.png. Easter rolls around. Mum hands me a paper. It's a username and password. Mum got me an account for Easter. Thanks, Mum. Play Minecraft all the time. Make lots of memories and friends playing Minecraft. Fast forward to now. Re-download Minecraft for the hell of it. Look around for the paper and username and password. Find it. Username is my name spelled backwards. Lol. Password, love Mum. Love you, Mum. It took 96 weeks and thousands of volunteers to clean up Versona Beach in Mumbai, India. The payoff? Hundreds of thousands of sea turtles hatching this week. First time in decades. Anything can be cleaned. I was at the gym today and heard this middle-aged guy running on the treadmill next to me whisper, "Speed. I am speed." And then he started running faster. We're gonna ignore the awesome Lightning McQueen quote from Cars? Who's the coolest kid on the playground? Say it! Barbie. Who? I can't hear you. Barbie. That's right. I want to see that self-esteem up by lunch recess tomorrow. Bobby. Can we agree that Chris Pratt is the worst of the Chris's? No, he's the best of us. He's better than all of us. When the Chris's have a meeting and declare the one true superior Chris. I mean, just look at Chris Pratt. Look at him dance. He wins, okay? When you return home from college for summer and your dog greets you the same loving way he always did before. I'm still worthy. I bought my hamster a little bed and now we do everything together. I'm out having dinner and this woman outside was being blinded by the sunset. So her date popped a menu behind his head, on the collar of his shirt, to block the sun from her eyes, and I'm sobbing. So romance isn't dead after all. Japan. Bus drivers in Okayama have gone on strike by continuing to drive their routes whilst refusing to take fares from passengers. Japan is on another level of its own. Strike that won't affect the people, but the corporation that own the buses. Good one. Every morning in Frankfurt, Germany, you might catch a glimpse of Jenny, a horse who goes on a long walk every morning, all by herself. She's been taking the same route every morning for 14 years, ever since her owner, now 79 years old, become unable to ride. She enjoys greeting all of the familiar faces along the walk, and she stops and gets treats and pettings from some of her favourite humans. The locals treat her like a celebrity and happily clean up after her. A piece of paper is attached to her halter that reads, "My name is Jenny. I didn't run away. I'm just walking. Thank you." But the police got frequent calls from people who didn't know about the arrangement. They are very familiar with the horse and the owner, and there have been no incidents in 14 years. A local veterinarian gives her routine checkups and continues to find her to be healthy and showing no signs of anxiety about her unique lifestyle. This is like one of the cutest horse stories I've ever heard. And like, I'm sorry, I don't find horses to be as cute as other animals. I think a dog and a cat be a lot more cute and lovable than a horse, but holy, I've been alive for more than 1 billion seconds. Which one was the best? The 5 it took to write this response to you. Dude, Michael, never change. Alright, we all love you, man. I just want to know why my clothes only get caught on the door handle when I'm in a bad mood. Door knows and is trying to hug you. Paul Rudd had everyone from the Marvel Cinematic Universe to sign this Captain America shield. It sold for $53,000. with 100% of the proceeds going to Children's Mercies. Because that's what heroes do. I have been using Spotify to secretly spy on my friend. One of my closest friends names her Spotify playlists with specific names. One of her playlists is called Sad Lady Hours. Every time I see her actively listen to it, I shoot her a hopefully inconspicuous text asking what she's up to, that I love her, etc, etc. I hope she never notices this pattern. I work at a small family-owned Italian restaurant and my boss lets me study there when we're slow, so he bought me a small pizza and said, "Snack while you study." I worked a 12-hour shift today and he fed me 3 times and made me a sandwich to take home. He's an angel walking among us. What a great boss. I wish I had a boss like that. If a random stranger walked up to you on the street and said, "I will now do absolutely anything you tell me," what would you say? Have a great day. When I was a freshman in high school, there was a boy named Chris who was a senior and who had autism, and he really loved Hot Wheels. He always wanted to show people his tiny cars, and instead of the popular crowd making fun of him, they got excited about it with him. On his birthday, everyone brought him Hot Wheels, and he went home with a backpack full of them. For homecoming, they voted him king, gave him a cape with Hot Wheels on it. Sometimes high school isn't so bad. I'm in Can't Pronounce That, South Korea. I found a guy in Can't Pronounce That on Reddit. The exact opposite side of the world. Today we made an Earth sandwich. 8 AM for me, 8 PM for him. I love the internet. Did Bodie McBoatface teach them nothing? Council asked for names for its 2 new road gritters, and the public answered with Gritsy, Bitsy, Teeny, Weeny, Yellow Anti-Slip Machiny, and David Plowie. It's stuff like that that really makes me appreciate humanity as a whole. When a country makes it illegal to not vaccinate children. Reddit. I like this one. Blind people of Reddit. What do you find sexually attractive? I'm not blind, but my wife is. She says she doesn't know. She says she finds me attractive. She just added, strong arms. I like feeling the muscles in your arms. She added that pre-vision loss, she would not have paid attention to this. She also adds that she can't see me, but can sense when I'm looking at her lovingly. I told her I was really scolding. I read this to her before posting. She approves. Instead of buying your children all the things you never had, you should teach them all the things you were never taught. Material wears out, but knowledge stays. Bruce Lee. Why do poor people exist? I'm tripping on LSD right now, and I can't figure out why people don't try to help the poor, and why are there homeless people out there? That is so sad. I don't want to be homeless. I love everyone. Damn, this guy's really high, but he has a point. You wouldn't want to be homeless. No one wants to be homeless. You know, if you can help people out, do your best to do so. If a man is judged by the company he keeps, then I must be doing something right. Because look who I'm rolling with. When you are having a really upsetting day and your dog comes to you and places both his paws in your lap. Don't give me that. Don't give me hope. We always see Kermit memes where he's crying in the shower, sadly touching his face or sipping tea, but look at the growth. Is it possible to breathe when smiling? Of course it is. I just wanted you to smile. How she thinks she looks versus how I think she looks. Nothing to see here. Just 2 legends looking at a third one who should respect themselves more.